The single most important thing you can do to any Zoysia yard or Bermuda yard, what I want to go over today with you is 2 methods of determining when's the right time to put down a pre-emergent in your yard, and show you the product that I'm putting down on this beautiful Zoysia yard here in Zone 8A in North Alabama. Hi, I'm Dr. Tom Warren, and you're watching The Plant Doctor. Let's get started. So the product I'm putting down on this Zoysia, and it also works for Bermuda, is Prodiamine. So Prodiamine is a really good pre-emergent for crabgrass coming out of late winter into early spring. It comes in a couple different forms. I got 2 different forms here. So here in my left hand, this is Resolute, and this is a liquid version of it. And then in my right hand is Prodiamine 65WDG. So this is a wettable granular. It comes in a granular form, and you measure this out and you mix it with water, and it dissolves in the water, and it's going to look just like the Resolute, the liquid form, once you dissolve it. So with Resolute, the application that I'm putting this down at is 0.75 ounces per 1,000 square feet. And with the wettable granular, we're putting this down at a rate of 0.4 ounces per 1,000. So this one kind of goes a little bit further. It's also, I think, a little bit cheaper per 1,000 to buy it in the granular form. The only thing is, sometimes what you need to do, if you're mixing this up to put in a backpack sprayer, for example, or a tank sprayer you would pull behind your lawnmower, what you want to do sometimes is go ahead and measure this out, mix it in a 5-gallon bucket, mix it up really good, and then put it in your backpack sprayer, and then put it in your tank sprayer. And so what that does really is just add an extra step to the process. So you pay a little bit less for this, but there's an extra step involved. With this one, you're just mixing 0.75 per 1,000. Put a little bit of water in your backpack sprayer. If you're mixing, for example, 2 gallons, you're going to do 2,000 square feet. I would put like 1 gallon of water in the backpack sprayer, put your 1.5 ounces of Resolute in there, and then put another gallon of water in on top of it, and that's going to ensure a nice homogeneous mixture. There's also a granular that you can put down with a broadcast spreader. So it looks just like a fertilizer prill. It's usually a 007 with Prodiamine in it, and that's also a really good solution for controlling spring weeds if you do not have a backpack sprayer or a tank sprayer you can pull behind a riding lawnmower. Is if you've got one of those little push spreaders, get you some 007 with Prodiamine in it, and that'll work as well. So when do I know when to put down the application? So what I like to do, and don't tell my wife I did this, take a meat thermometer and stick it in the ground. So we really want to put this down as the soil temps are getting like the 55 to 60 degree range. And if we check it today, I'm sitting right at about 59 degrees even. So I push that down about 1 inch in the ground, and that's the place we want to take that temp. And it's right at about 59 degrees. So we're getting on the tail end of when we can put down our Prodiamine. Still okay to put it down. I wouldn't wait another week or 2 because the crabgrass would start to germinate. Here again, I'm in Zone 8A, and today is March the 5th. So it's early March. I actually put Prodiamine down on this yard on February the 15th. Our friends further north, if you're north of Nashville, even north of Columbus, Ohio, the further north you go, the further out this is going to be for your application. But what you want to do, grab you a meat thermometer, just keep it on hand with your garden stuff. Once that soil temp hits about 55 degrees, put down some Prodiamine. The second indicator for me is actually off my left-hand shoulder here behind me. When the forsythias begin to bud up, when they're not bloomed out, but when they bud up, you can see the buds forming on them, I know it's time to put down my pre-emergent or my Prodiamine. I know it's not too late when they're in full bloom like they are behind me here, but once those petals start to fall onto the ground, I know it's getting a little bit too late. So we've got a highly scientific indicator with our temperatures. We've got an indicator that this is just an observational thing I've kind of seen over the years with the forsythia. As they bud up, I want to put down that Prodiamine. If it's looking full bloom, it's still not too late. If the petals are falling and they're beginning to leaf out, fully leafed out, it's too late for the pre-emergence, okay? So I hope this video helps you out if you have Zoysia grass or Bermuda grass. This would even work in further areas north, if you have fescue grass, you can put Prodiamine down on fescue grass as well, and it's just fine. Just remember that 55-degree rule. Once we hit 55-degree soil temp, we're going to start putting down Prodiamine. Also, as a visual indicator, if you have forsythia in your area, as those begin to bud up and you start to see just the littlest bit of yellow, it's time to put down that Prodiamine. Guys, as always, thank you for watching The Plant Doctor, and until next time, happy gardening.